found the tiger. It's drinking there.
The Sundarbans, located in West Bengal, India, is the largest mangrove forest in the world. This vast delta is made up of rivers, mudflats, tidal waterways, and dense mangrove vegetation that support a unique and fragile ecosystem. This region is known for its rich biodiversity and is home to many species of birds, reptiles, fish, and mammals. It's also one of the few places on Earth where Bengal tiger live in a mangrove environment. My name is Clément Fontaine, and I've come to the Sundarbans to explore this ecosystem and learn more about the wildlife and the people who live in. Over the next few days, I'll travel through the waterways of the delta and try to better understand how human and wildlife coexist in this challenging environment. And if possible, I hope to catch a glimpse of the rare Bengal tiger that live in these mangrove forests. To reach the Sundarbans, I first traveled to Kolkata. From there, it's a long drive through rural areas, passing rivers, rice fields, and small villages along the way. After a few hours, the road ends, and the journey continues by boat. The Sundarbans is a huge delta made up of countless waterways and mangrove islands, so boats are the main way to get around. As we move deeper into the forest, the landscape becomes more remote and wild, and is heavily influenced by the tide from the Bay of Bengal.
Hello everybody, it's Clément Fontaine for the Wildlife channel. And today we just arrived in the Sennheiser. It's the biggest mangrove forest in the world. So we are in India, in West Bengal, and our objective, our main goal here is to find the tiger. So we are on the boat, and it's our first day today, and we are reaching soon the national park where we will really track the tiger. So we are on this boat every day, and we will sleep on the land every night. And every day we'll look for wildlife, especially the tiger. But there's also a lot of other wildlife that I will show you. We are depending on the tides, high tides, low tides. So mostly we can track animals during low tides. But there is a lot to see. There's a lot of bird life and everything. So let's see what we find today and in the next few days. creek that is a narrow creek. And we already saw some nice birds, and we already saw the pug mark, the footprint of a tiger from this morning probably. Probably before the low tide. Then we'll keep looking for. But the forest is beautiful here and very different than what I used to see in the tiger territory in India. So we'll keep looking, but that's a very beautiful place. So we had our first afternoon safari in the Sundarbans, and we saw a lot of birds, like kingfisher, egret, heron, and we saw also deers and one monitor lizard. Couldn't take a shot because it was quite fast, but that was nice to see the place, and we were in low tide. So we saw some pug mark, like the footprint of a tiger crossing in the morning probably. And now we're at the lodge, and tomorrow again we'll start early and be all day on the boat looking for tigers and other animals. We'd like to see the saltwater crocodile. And good morning, so we are on our second day in the Sennheiser. So we will go for some tigers today too. The sun didn't rise yet, and it's almost 5 o'clock. And we can enter the park at 5:15. So we'll go to the boat and then go inside the park looking for some animals. So let's see what we find today. So here we go again on the boat, looking for the tigers. So on our second day in the Sundarbans. So today it's the first full day, but now it's low tide. So it's a good moment to see tracks and see the wildlife on the mud banks. So let's see what we find. And so that means we'll also have a kind of a low tide in the afternoon. So that's hope will be a good day. We'll have our tea and breakfast and lunch on the boat. And the park, we can enter the park at 5:15. So now we're going now to the national park. So let's see what we find today. So now it's 10 in the morning and it's high tide, almost fully high. So now there's no mud bank anymore, and animals are very much inside the forest, so it's very difficult to see. There's still quite a lot of birds, but we are waiting for the tide to go low to have the mud bank again, and we can see some tracks and see more animals. Now the only chance of seeing a tiger is if they're crossing the river. So we see if we find more. This morning we had a very nice water monitor lizard sightings by the roots of the mangrove on the mud bank, very close by, and quite a big one. That was very nice sighting from this morning. And now we're looking for other stuff, maybe dolphin or something. Let's see what we find more. But the landscape is very different now because there is no river, no mud bank anymore. So it's changing very fast and very nicely. And now the water is very high, so very nice.
To catch anything, he will be in the mud. You see, it is not easy, and the forest is also very dense. So that is why.
For tigers.
Yeah, so very difficult to catch anything. So that is why tiger here very opportunist. That means they want to catch anything that they can. In fact, one of the high amount of high amount of crab we found in the defecate of tiger. That
Okay.
means they are also eating crab here. There are high amount of fish also, so they also catch fish. So they are expert in many things, and also they kill human here. Every time anyone is going inside the forest, mostly illegally, because inside the national park it is not legally allowed.
Yeah.
But local people sometimes go with a small country boat, small canoe. So that is very dangerous, because tiger can just topple that boat just like that. But every time they're going inside a small creek, so they can be attacked. So that is one thing which is very different here. So tiger is also a little bit smaller here compared to other part, because they need to navigate this forest which is very dense. That is why. Yeah. So I think in future is going to be a new subspecies or a species. Yeah. Because their life is so different,
Yeah.
And most of the time of the year they don't get any fresh water source also. So they need to drink this salt water most of the time. So they gone through different kind of adaptation to live here. So now, like the water level is low, this is the perfect condition.
Yeah.
Because the time all the crabs are out, so the birds are also trying to catch it. Other things also want to eat it. So that is why tiger is also outside, because the deers are
Yeah.
out. And one of the very unique thing you see here, normally the spotted deer is a grazer. That
Yeah.
means they eat grasses. But here, they don't like the grasses that much. They are browser. They
Okay.
eat the leaves. That is because during high tide, all the grasses they are now submerged. They have a layer of salt on it. So not very good. Yeah, so all of that. So every animal, what you see here, even if it is common, it is behaving differently.
Yeah.
Because they are living in completely different environment. Yeah. So seeing anything here is very special.
Yeah.
And also the kind of picture that you made, it has no similarity with any other jungle that you have seen there.
So today we had a full day. We didn't see tigers, but we saw 2 times rhesus monkey, this kind of macaque. That was nice. The second one was in the light and was a baby with it, so that was nice. But it's the only mammal we saw today. So tomorrow we'll check for tigers again, and let's hope we find one at least. So we have 3 more days after day. I think 2 more days, and the high tide was very nice to see how fast it can cover all the mud bank, and you can see really good that the leaves are really stopping where the water is. So the leaves are most of the time the water level, and because the leaves cannot be under the water. So that's very nice landscape to observe how it's walking. Not even 5 o'clock and we're going on a boat again. We still the same objective, find the tigers. So today the low tide will be early morning and in the afternoon, like yesterday. So that's a good timing, because it's also good for the tigers when the low tide is in the morning and afternoon, because it's less hot. So there's more movement. Yesterday we didn't see any tracks or new tracks, so there was no movement yesterday. So let's hope today there is movement on the part that we're patrolling. So we found a tiger. It's drinking there. The freshwater pond, so the tigers come here. And we're in the tower of the ranger station. Just drinking here for a few minutes now. We had to run, but we got the news from another boat. Now still drinking. Let's look from closer.
This tiger was a sub-adult male, and when we first saw him, one detail stood out. He had an injury on the side of his head. According to the local rangers and guides, it's possible that he had an encounter with honey collectors who entered the forest to gather wild honey. Of course, this is only assumption. No one really knows what happened to him, but it could explain why he seemed so defensive and nervous when he noticed us nearby.
So today we finally got a tiger. It was crazy. We got a call from the ranger station, because there is a tower there where we went yesterday, and we got a call and said there is a tiger somewhere near the water pond. So we went there, and then we got another call, and the tiger was drinking. So then we ran to the tower, went up, and we saw the tiger drinking. Drank for some time and then went in the bush, and we saw it 2 more times after, but very fast. It was a bit scared, I think, but that was very nice. And So that was a very productive day. And tomorrow we have still 2 more days. So let's see what we find.
In a place like the Sundarbans, encounters between humans and tiger are extremely complex. Both are trying to survive in the same harsh environment, and sometimes fear exists on both sides. After days exploring the waterways and mangrove of the Sundarbans, we were already lucky enough to find one tiger, a rare and unforgettable encounter in one of the most difficult places in the world to observe these animals. But the adventure is far from over. In the next episode, we will continue deeper into the forest in search of more tigers hidden within the vast delta, and we'll also try to find another elusive predators of the Sundarbans, the fishing cat. So join me in the next episode as the exploration continues. And if you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel to follow the rest of the journey through the wild landscape of India.